Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to Double9Radio. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing today?
Oh my gosh, she's going to ask me how I'm doing. I can't answer that question quite straightforward. I have to say, I'm ecstatic, I'm amazing, I am super duper excited to have you on the show this evening. How are you doing? Thank you again for joining us on Double9Radio today.
It's a pleasure, Double9. It's a pleasure.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh, I'm sure my listeners are wondering, Double9, you're always excited when you have guests on the show. Yes, I can't blame myself. You can't blame me. I always have amazing guests on the show, and I have one here with me today. I'm blown away already. I'm already nervous. I'm actually nervous this evening, ladies and gentlemen, because I have this amazing artist, superstar, a Grammy artist in the making. Yes, I said it, a Grammy artist in the making. Who knows? She could be the next one to bring it home for the motherland. But I'm sure you're wondering, who's this amazing artist I speak about? Hello, can you tell us who do we have on the show today?
This is Tomi Owo on the show today.
Fantastic. Oh my god. She's so humble, isn't she? This is Tomi Owo. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be playing some of my music. We're going to be finding more about her as well and what she's doing within the music industry as well. And how, honestly, you'll be blown away. You'll be blown away. Anyway, Tomi, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here on Double9Radio.
Thank you so much. It's great to be. Yes, amen to all of the Grammy predictions for the motherland.
Fantastic. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm sure my listeners are wondering, why is Double9, saying so much about Tomi? Why is he saying so much about her? Why is he so excited? If anyone wants to ask you, Tomi, and say, who is Tomi? What would you say?
Tomi Owo is a singer, songwriter, performer, all-around creative, and just someone who lives music and who loves music and wants to share her music with the world.
Yes, and she's doing that. We're going to be talking about how it all started as well in a minute as well. Honest, Tomi, I'm nervous. I'm sure you think I'm joking, but I am nervous. Because I'm all sweaty talking to the superstar as well. So yes, you bear with me. So I'm so super excited. But anyway, what inspires you? What inspires you? To share your music with the world, to actually get into that creativity or having that mindset. To bring out this amazing music you produce.
Yeah, I feel like as human beings, we are all walking gold mines, for lack of a better word. We have so much deposited in us, from birth, from the beginning of time, and we all share these things in many ways. So for me, the way I share my magic is through music. And, I want to tell stories about other people's experiences, stories about my experiences, because music is life. Music changes life. Music changes the world. And it's a blessing to be able to share so many faces, so many facets, so many angles to the human experience.
Amazing.
Through music.
I know.
I could be listening, special.
Amazing. Sorry, I just got excited again. The way you were just talking, it felt like you're even singing. It felt like you're putting words together. It felt like, you're performing. It's like everything you do is just amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Music is life. And it goes beyond the surface for me. So with each move I make, with each song I write, with each word that I say, I want to make an impression. I want to make impact, because I feel like it's life. And when something has to do with life, it has to be, carried like an egg, or, treated, in a beautiful way. So, that's it for me.
Amazing. Okay, let's go right back to the beginning, that got you into this fantastic form of art. I will, come back to that in a minute as well. But I want to know, how did you get into writing songs? How did you get into performing or being an artist? Did you actually watch a performance that got you so inspired and say, you know what, whoa, this is it, this is what I want to do? How did that journey begin?
Okay, so it's a bit of a long story, but I'll keep it really, 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 really short. I feel like I was born into a creative family, and my brothers, growing up in the midst of a lot of creative energy, helped to keep that fire burning in me. I was very early drawn to music. Wherever I would find music in any space, I would go there. If a record player was playing in the background, I'll find it, listen to who's being played, listen to the music, listen to the words. And as I grew up, I began to write. I took a natural inclination towards writing poems and writing short stories, just pretty much trying to create little worlds out of my feelings, out of my experiences, to make more sense of the world. So from then on, I started writing songs. And you mentioned something really important about, influences.
Yeah.
Did you listen to anyone who inspired you? And I feel like everyone gets to that point where somebody inspires you. Like, so you're able to look at this and say, oh, I relate with this. I think I connect with this in an interesting way. So I definitely got inspired by a lot of people at a certain age while I was young, while I was growing. And that was the moment that I started writing my own music, because I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. I want to be able to share my music this way. I want to be able to write this way, or I want to be able to think, to have this kind of impact on people or on the world in my own way, or pretty much even on me in my own way, because a lot of times I was also writing for myself, writing to try to understand what was going on in my head. And that happened, yes. And fast forward to today, I feel like I have come into myself as an artist, and there's no end to the growth, there's no end to the transformation, but the journey has begun, and it's been very sweet.
Exciting journey, famous, as well.
Thank you.
But I understand your mom, is an accomplished singer herself. She can sing pretty well.
Yes. Do you know her?
I mean, I've been trying to find music that she created as well, but our production team was struggling on that. I was hoping maybe you could remind us or something, because I was blown away when I found that. Like, what, our mom was an artist as well.
That is true. That is really true. So she grew up singing in the church choir, very much in the gospel space, and then when she got a bit older, she released about 2 albums thereabouts, and she was very active in the gospel music space. So that's her thing. She's done a lot of work in the gospel space, even going beyond music to ministry, to building connections in that space. And I feel like seeing her do what she did with 3 kids, navigating the space, navigating the experience, even as a single mother, was really, really inspiring for me. And I knew that, by the time when I made that decision to make music my career path, my choice of career path, I knew that, I had someone to look up to in terms of strength and grit, and being able to pretty much be a superhero.
Exactly, because she's really good as well. She's really good. She, as you mentioned, made two albums as well. I will definitely be finding that music and playing on the radio, because I can't. I'm sure it's going to be amazing as well. I mean, so like you mentioned about your career. That you chose music as your career path. I mean, I understand you're in the financial industry before you actually switched.
That is true. That is very true. So growing up musical, I always knew. It's like when you are, you love food, or for lack of a better example, you like toys. You're always going to like toys. You're always going to like playing with toys. So you do everything so that you can continue to play with toys. So in my case, I knew that I was a musical child, and I knew that I wanted to sing and write songs. But at the same time, I felt like I needed to learn some more from the world. I didn't want to restrict my experience to just, music theory. I wanted to experience more of the world. So that's why I decided, I selected a finance-based course in the university. And when I finished, my thinking then was, okay, this will help me manage my my music business when the time comes.
I love the thinking.
That was
I love the thinking.
crazy. Yes, and fast forward to when I finished school, I decided to work for some time. It was pretty much like a firstborn decision. While we're at home, our parents want us to have the best of both worlds.
Of course,
They
yes.
want us to be comfortable. Yes. So and I'm the first child. So I was like, okay, I have to work. Let me show my siblings, the meaning
example,
of
isn't it?
earning.
Give them that good example. Yes.
Exactly, and at the same time, it wasn't time to jump into the waters of the music industry yet because I didn't know enough. I hadn't, experimented enough on my sound. So I feel like that time in the finance industry was necessary for me to stabilize. And while I was there, I began to write music and create music with my brother, who's an amazing producer.
Wow.
So that helped us so that really helped us to craft, it helped us to understand my sound and pretty much just experiment and give this thing the dedication that it required.
I mean, I don't know about experiment because if you're calling some of your early tracks an experiment, I mean, I don't know because you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
I mean, a lot of people describe music as an art. Like it's an art form as well. I mean, what does art mean to you? What is art to you?
Art to me is existence. Art is life. That sounds pretty commonplace, like a normal thing to say, but art is really life because life influences art, and at the same time, art influences life, influences the way we live, influences our experiences, influences changes that we want to see. So it's a constant rubbing off of each other, one another. For example, I'm in a lovely room right now, and I'm having this conversation with you, and it's an experience in itself, and this can inspire me to, it can inspire me to create something that's completely unrelated, maybe a painting or or a kind of hub for having radio interviews. It's all it's everything rubbing off on itself. Yes, so art is life.
Amazing. I hope it inspires you to create your next track. So, put it together so you can remember that it was when you're on Double9 Radio, you got that, inspiration to create that music as well. And that'd be amazing as well. You're quite right. Art is a form. Art is free. Art is anything. That can be anything. It's
True.
what your creative mind decides to put together. You just described like you're in a beautiful room there. And you're thinking, okay, you could do something else in that room. It could inspire you to bring out something creative out of that, experience as you described. I think it's quite amazing. Now, let's talk about, your musical journey. Let's talk about you immersing yourself. Now you've done your experiment. You're quite happy with it. You've got your amazing brother as well, who's a producer as well. And you've decided, I'm taking that first step. I'm going to fast forward a bit and go, your first EP, which you released in 2018, called Pieces.
Yes.
Talk us through the journey of putting that together.
So Pieces, the EP, was a very interesting journey. This was my foray into music, into making music. It started off as a one song a month project, meaning myself and my brother would sit down in the studio. And by the way, my mom, God bless our moms, she built a studio building behind the house just for us to begin to play. So we had some space.
Say hello to mom for me. I adore her for doing that. That is so amazing because you never get that with a lot of African parents. No, I'm not knocking African parents, but you always have this, a lot of mindset. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do this. You have to, you have to be a lawyer. You have to be a doctor. Not everybody, that might not be the path, that's been chosen. If the child has a creative side, the parent, supporting that, and that's quite amazing. Say a big thank you to mom from me and give her a hug from Double9 Radio.
Sure.
Thank you.
I will. Thank you. So that really helped in that period. So we would focus on one song every month. this song. When we were done, we would release it on SoundCloud. And SoundCloud was bubbling then. It was coming up. That's where the alter genre was picking up steam at the time.
Yeah.
So one song we started in 2015, and in September we released the first one. Then we worked on the second one, released it, third, fourth, and fifth, and released these 5 songs. And it was interesting because I tried not to put my face on the cover art because I still had a 9 to 5, and I was trying not to, I didn't want any conflict of interest, that kind of thing. So I just tried to be a bit sensitive with the releases. But it's interesting because the listenership grew and grew, and it was just growing organically, and I was really, really surprised, and I was really, really impressed and excited and thankful about the growth and about the community that the sound was beginning to build, and it was a confirmation that I was doing the right thing, that we were on a good path, and that we need to continue.
Amazing.
And that's how the Pieces EP came about.
Amazing. So the Pieces one, you have Ilay, you have Inside Out, you have Pieces as well, you have Verses, and you have ARORA. Which is your favorite track? Which one would you say you had the most fun, creating?
The most fun. Oh my goodness, the most fun. It's, I at the risk of sounding indecisive, Double9.
Yes.
It's really, really hard to say. It's really hard to say.
I'm getting a political answer from Tomi. I think maybe our next ambition is maybe to go to politics. I don't know. She's given us a political answer on Double9Radio this evening. But okay, I'm listening to. Without sounding too. So which one was it? Maybe which one was it?
Yeah, okay, I think ARORA. ARORA, because it's the only song in the body of work with a feature, and I featured the guitarist. His name is Femi, and it was interesting to create a bridge section, because I love bridges. I love to write bridges. I think the bridges are sweet.
Yeah.
But he played the guitar. Created a bridge with the guitar, and I feel like a lot of people connected with that bridge, and a lot of people liked what we were able to achieve in the song with that guitar. So Femi brought a really special touch to ARORA. ARORA in itself is a simple, easygoing, melodious song, beautiful song. But with Femi on the bridge, it took it to a whole new realm, a whole new feeling, and that was really exciting for me.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be give you an opportunity to hear the masterpiece. She does describe that as well. So do stay locked on. We'll be going for a break shortly. But before we do, your most recent work, beautiful.
Yeah.
Tomi, oh my gosh. Tell me. I have been playing that because I found the remix. I got 2 remixes, one from Mastercraft and one from Major League DJ as well. And the original version. They're all beautiful. I mean, so to not sound cliche, beautiful is beautiful.
I love that. Thank you so much.
I mean, what inspired that track? Tell me. Where were you? Were you like somewhere, under the moonlight, and you had a sudden inspiration, or were you sitting by the window with the sun rays, coming to your face, and you said, oh my gosh, a eureka moment, I'm going to write a track. How did that happen? Tell us.
Beautiful is one of those songs that you don't know where it's going to until you begin. I had 2 words. The writing process was really interesting. I had 2 words. 2 words came to my head. I probably had read it somewhere or heard it somewhere. That happens a lot. But when I started to write, I picked up my guitar and I wanted to write a song. And 2 words, beautiful boy, came to mind. And as I wrote the words down, the feeling began to come into me. I wanted to kind of express a masculine point of view, a masculine experience, something that a lot of people could relate to. And I wanted to do the same for a female point of, in a female point of view as well. And in summary, I wanted to make a human experience tangible. Beautiful is about new beginnings. My favorite line, one of my favorite lines in the song is at the bridge. You feel it in the wind that blows. It's apparent and coming close. And it's the start of something beautiful.
Amazing.
So to me, Beautiful was a song about new beginnings. Whoever you are, when you recognize that moment that you need to make a change, that it's time to move a step further, all of the feelings that come with that step, all of the questions, am I sure this is the right way to go? Do I take a step back? Do I take a step forward? But pretty much just reinforcing that need to own that time,
yes,
and know that it's the start of something beautiful as long as you believe in it.
Amazing.
So it's like in any way at all, just expressing the feelings and the positivity that comes with new beginnings.
Amazing. Beautiful is beautiful. That's, I'm owning that. I'm owning that as well. Another track I came across. I mean, I could go on and on about the what I've listened to from your fantastic work. Night Rain. The one you did a live performance for. Oh my gosh! I can't wait to see you live. You had this, little, before you started, you said some wonderful words that then brought us through into the music, into the track, and you had this live band playing in the background. I'll be playing a bit of that as well. So Night Rain, what is it? Because when people talk about, when people hear that, they're probably thinking, oh my gosh, it's a love song. It's a love song. What is your take on that?
Interesting. That's interesting. That's the beauty of music. You write a song and you let it be. It's no longer yours per se. It's no longer. It is for the world to take in and enjoy the way they want to take in and enjoy the song. So you mentioned love, and that's beautiful, and I love that it makes you think about love. Well, but the experience writing Night Rain was quite literal. It was really literal. It was at night. It was a night in Lagos, and it was raining, and the night rain inspired me to bring this song to life.
Amazing. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of slangs we hear, mostly in Lagos, is weather for two. Weather for two. I'm like, what does that mean? What are you trying to say? Weather for two. Oh my gosh. But Tomi has made that into a beautiful thing as well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for a short break. I know you can't wait to listen to this amazing tracks from this beautiful artist who has created a beautiful track. Oh my gosh, I'm owning that. She's inspired me to even speak in poetic terms already. Amazing as well. So stay locked on, stay locked in. We shall be back on the other side to find out more about this amazing artist as well. Tomi, you don't want to miss the other side.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Hello, it's Double9Radio. It's 1943, 30/06, 2021. Yes, I know. I had to come back. I'm sorry. You listen to the music. The music was amazing. I was just dancing here, jumping around. Yes, I'm back. Sorry. What can I say? I didn't really want to come back. But I just thought, my listeners, they still want to talk to Tomi as well. Tomi, yes, amazing. And playing all those music on there as well.
Lovely. Thank you.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have words. Words fail me at this point in time to show how much I am blown away with this amazing, couple of tracks I've played as well. I'll be playing more as well. But again, I want to say thank you again for coming on the show this evening. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
A pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, Double9.
Fantastic. So what's your favorite instrument? What's your favorite instrument to play?
My favorite instrument to play is the guitar. It's the acoustic guitar.
You know what? When you said that, I just had this vision of seeing you. I keep saying live. I have to see you live. I keep you by the microphone, having this guitar around you, singing into the microphone, and you're playing that guitar, and you have your band behind you. Oh my gosh, a bit eureka moment. Amazing. So I mean, I know the pandemic has been crazy. It's been mad everywhere. It's been affected. How have you, remained to be able to, connect with your fans? How has that been? Has it been quite difficult? How has the process been?
I feel like it's been an interesting one for every single person on earth. We've had to really process what happened in 2020 and kind of get ourselves back together and then move on and forge ahead.
Yes.
So to me, it's been all about keeping the work going, staying true to myself. Yes, continue to do what I love, stay true to myself, be kind, care, know that everyone is doing their best. Everyone is trying to navigate this period as best and as positively as they want to, and kind of be understanding of that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like I mentioned earlier, continue working. I feel like after with this new year, I had a new drive. I had a new lease on life. I was more grateful, intentional with all of the plans that I had. And so far, it's been a very special year. Not so long ago, just a few days ago, I announced my cover of one of Metallica's songs from their 1991 album. Are you familiar with Metallica?
Of course. I was going to say, wow. The next comment was, wow. I need to go listen to that. Wow. Okay, I need to stop saying
Thank
wow
you.
now. I need to stop saying wow. Because I can say that all night as well. Wow. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. I'm looking forward to listening to that as well. Honestly, I'm hoping the pandemic, goes away. Everything, everyone is saying it's not going to be like a normal, it's almost like a new normal, and hopefully we can see you perform here in the UK or somewhere, because we have listeners all over the world. We have people listening from America now. We have people listening from Germany. We have people listening from, all over the globe as we speak. But are you looking forward to, live performances?
I am. 100%. I'm looking forward to live performances. I look forward to coming to the UK, going to the US, touring Africa. It's been a long time coming. Since the beginning of the year, I have been putting together my new project, and I'm so excited to release it because it's been quite a minute in the works, and for good reason, because it's a new lease, it's a new season for me, and I really look forward to releasing this project. Fantastic. So once that begins, the stars will align, the universe will come around, and everything will will orchestrate everything. I thank God for my team. I'm very grateful for my team. Everyone is on board to bring this project to life, and by the time it's out, I really look forward to traveling to as many countries as possible, as many states, and in Nigeria as well as possible. Amazing. To perform
Africa. I'm sure Africa will love you as well, because you're doing great and amazing things as well. Okay, let's look at the entertainment industry. Looking at the entertainment industry, Afrobeat, specifically, or maybe any other genre. Is there any artist that you would say you would love to collaborate with at this present time?
Yes, in Afrobeats, in the Nigerian music space, in just pretty much closer home, there are a lot of amazing artists. I love Asha. I love Iwar. Yes, Asha is amazing. I love Iwar. There are a lot of my peers who are doing amazing, who are making amazing music.
Yes.
I love Odinsi the Engine. I love M.I. Abaga as well. I think he's a legend as a rapper. I really love that. Yes. I appreciate rap music. I think their rappers are some of the best writers, some of the best intellectuals, and it really stimulates my the songwriter in me when I hear rappers put these amazing lines together. So I love M.I. I love what he does. A lot of other rappers, Ladipo, SDC, a lot of ladies as well, Priya Itams, Joyce Olong, the list is beautiful, and it's interesting. Yes, it's interesting because I have collaborated with a couple of them, and we'll get to hear some music soon.
Fantastic.
STC has a project coming out really soon, in a few days or a few weeks, and I'm on the project, so that's really exciting to look forward to.
Amazing. Please do keep us posted as well. We shall be on the lookout for that as well. I'm sure it's going to be amazing work. I'm sure you can read my mind. Do you know what my next question would be now?
Who's my favorite Marvel character?
Oh, look at you! You almost got it. But you almost got it. But no, not really. But tell me something. I don't want any political answers on this one, because if you tell me any political answer, then I would know you're probably trying to be the president of Nigeria. We'll know that's your next ambition. It's out of the world now. Maybe Tomi's trying to be a president of Nigeria. Who knows? But who's your favorite Afrobeat artist?
Oh man, why Double9? My favorite Afrobeat artist. I'd have to say the originator, in quotes, or someone that we have all been inspired by, and that's Fela Kuti.
I knew you was going to say that. You're a politician. Tomi is a politician. I'm not taking no for an answer. But yes, you're fine. Yeah, you're right. The by himself, the one and only Fela Kuti. Of course he is. He is my favorite artist as well. What can I say? He is as well. He's doing amazing things. Okay.
Yeah, inspired the generation.
Fantastic.
The generation.
So you released your EP in 2018. How long would you say you've been in the entertainment industry, music industry now? How long has that been? It was just from 2018, right? So about 3 years?
Yes. Fully, all in. I left my full-time job in 2017, and took some time off to create, to ruminate, and to plan. But it was in 2018 that I began to put lots of work out, and yeah.
Again.
So I left my thing in 2017.
Amazing. Just 3 years, and you're dropping amazing tracks, beautiful, amazing tracks. Great. So I mean, from your time within the entertainment industry, especially in Nigeria where you are now, what would you say is lacking within that industry, with that entertainment industry? If you had the opportunity to change a couple of things, what would you change?
I would. It's a blossoming industry, no doubt, blossoming, and I'm really proud of how much work is going into it, and how much work is coming from it, and how much more the world is going to see. If I could change something, I would want more. I would like to laud at first, the females doing amazing things, the femmes doing amazing things in the industry. But there is room for improvement. There is room for more representation. I want to put on a music channel and see some equality. I want just as much as the male, as the guys are being played, the energetic songs from the wonderful male artists are being played. I want to see the same energy for the ladies, because the ladies are bringing the energy, and I feel like we are still growing in terms of fully recognizing our power, fully placing the power where it should be, because the power is there. It's just people here and there. If it's one person sitting, making the decisions there, another person play, people in those sensitive positions who are putting us on them, who are making it happen. We need more people to step up and make the industry very representative of what it really is, which is an industry of both male and female artists, of human beings making amazing music, and everyone should be.
I agree with you 100%. There should be the same energy, same kind of support as well. But with that, do you think there's some limitations around female artists, especially female artists?
Not really. I don't think there is. Right now, I can think of about 10 of my colleagues who have dropped music videos or amazing songs, but because for some reason, if it's, lack of sufficient promotion, enough promotion, or if it's a financial thing, or if it's a recognition thing, or if it's, are they being seen? So they are making the music, they are putting in the work, but are their efforts being recognized as quickly enough, or are the ladies doing enough to put themselves out there? So it's a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions to be asked. But I feel like if we really, really want to change things, we will go a step further to do what hasn't been done. We will go a step further to recognize more ladies in amazing things. And I think a lot of platforms are doing the right thing right now.
Yes.
It just needs to be more widespread.
Yes.
And be like the UK or the US or other more developed, how do I put it? The gap has been, yes. I feel like we are all forward thinking, but it's like how are you portraying that? Like how do you want to tell that story to the world? So that's what we need to do.
Fantastic. Yeah. I mean, here at Double9Radio, we're aiming to promote individuals, give them that platform, because we love African music, we love Africans, we love everybody. But, being able to promote our positive side and great talents like yourself as well. I mean, we've talked a lot about your music today. We've talked a lot about how you started as well. But, being an artist, what do you enjoy most about that?
What do I enjoy most about being an artist?
Yes.
I'll say there's a freedom. There is a sense of ownership of, to everything that I do. Coming from a few years in the corporate world, I can clearly tell the difference between being able to create freely and creating, but having to report and have your performance judged and have so many things happening, which is great for that sector. And that's how it works and it's perfect. But I feel like there's a freedom that comes with being able to imagine and bring art to life. And that's just that freedom, that creative freedom. That's what I really, really enjoy.
Okay, fantastic. So if you could have a conversation with younger Tomi now, what would that conversation be like?
I would say, don't be afraid to speak. Do not be afraid to speak. Speak because you can. A younger Tomi was a very quiet Tomi. Was a super, super introverted Tomi, which is great.
Yeah.
But I feel like, yes, I kinda took it too far. I kind of took it too far for reasons that I'm not even sure about. But I had to put conscious effort into trying to communicate better, into expressing myself better.
Amazing.
And it was interesting because music helped me begin to express myself better.
And I mean, and you're
over
definitely
time,
expressing yourself in amazing ways, and you're sharing with the world as well. I think that's quite remarkable.
Thank you, Double9.
You're most welcome. So, I mean, I'm sure a lot of females are listening to you this evening, probably aspiring young females listen to you. We have some questions. We will be asking those questions before we end the show. I would say thank you to everyone who's sending questions as well. But young aspiring females listen to you now, looking at you've been in the entertainment industry for 3 years, you're doing amazing things, bringing out great music, thoughtful music. What would be your advice to them?
I would say 3 things. Number 1, love it. If this is what you want to do, there is a love for it. There's a basic emotion for it that has to be there. You can't force these things, but you always have to remember that this is what I enjoy doing this, and that carries you, that takes you on those that lifts you up, that keeps you going on those days that it might seem hard, but you keep going, you keep pushing, you keep winning because of the love that you have for music. And number 2, I would say know your craft and know yourself. Know what makes you special, know what makes you unique, and employ the best ways that you can to harness those things, to bring those things to the fore. So if you know you have a very deep voice, you have a deep voice, you have a lovely vibrato, you know how to make it work in the best ways, you know how to stress your stuff, you read books, you listen, you learn, because I read somewhere recently that sometimes mediocrity is not as entertained in art as it is in other sections. Yes, in other sectors, and music especially. So knowing that there is no room for mediocrity kind of makes you dedicated to excellence, to a standard. And once you always remember that, you remember to always to try as much as you can to put your best foot forward.
Amazing.
Each time.
Great advice.
Yes.
You could have said any better than that. That's amazing advice. Amazing advice. So, okay, we're going to go to the questions coming. We have quite a number of questions, but, some of them, she's already answered them as well. So if I don't read out your question, it means that she's already answered the question. I want to say a big thank you to everyone tuning in and sending the questions in as well. So we have the first question from Tomi. Oh, it's someone that's got your, similar names. Tomi is from East London. Says, what is your best and defining moment?
What's my best? Pardon?
What has been your best and defining moment?
My best and defining moment was the moment I decided to make this my summum bonum, my reason, and that was when I left my full-time job. That was when I left. I felt a change, a shift, because I was saying goodbye to a comfort zone. It was definitely a comfort zone because I knew that I was destined to walk another path. So it was that moment that I said, okay, I'm going to put all fear aside. I'm going to put all concerns, all people might be saying, okay, are you sure you want to, do this full time? Why don't you stay for a few more years or something? It was there's a lot that happens when you're about to make such decisions, but it was that courage that I felt that I was given, that I thank God for my inner self, that I was able to make that decision to take the plunge and keep going.
Amazing. Okay, we have another question from Joy. Joy says, what's your favorite song to perform?
My favorite song to perform right now, my favorite song to perform is Beautiful.
Yeah, you need to listen to that. Beautiful. Search is available on all platforms as well. I'm going to be playing it again. That piano mix is just out of this world. And your original version as well. I couldn't even, you listen to it and make up your mind. It's amazing. Okay, I'll just take one more question from Grace, who says, which famous artist or musician do you admire most?
Could you come again?
Can you
please come again?
Yes. Which famous artist or musician do you admire most?
Thank you. It's hard. I'm sorry I'm sounding diplomatic. I don't mean to. But as a music lover, as an artist and as a music lover, there's so much beauty in music, in the many facets, in the many expressions of music, that it's sometimes hard to select just one. But I can select a couple of artists that I appreciate. I appreciate their talent. I appreciate their hard work. I appreciate their dedication. I love also what they do with their hands. For example, I love Rihanna. I think she is an all-round creative, as we all know, and I think that she's really talented. And I feel like she also put in a lot of work into getting her talent to that special, that magic spot where her voice became very expressive in its uniqueness. And I feel like that's a very delicate balance to achieve. But I feel like she was able to achieve that with her performances, with her songs, and with all the things she's done. And I'm going to mention Brooke Fraser. Brooke Fraser is an Australian artist, and she's one of my early influences because of the way that her songs made me feel. she's one of the people who inspired me to begin to write. The way she expresses in her songs, what she writes, and the instruments she plays. That's if you look her up, I feel like that's a well-rounded artist that anyone who really wants to get in touch with the why, with the why of why am I doing this? What do I want to say? You listen to what she says, and you're able to be, oh, this person knows what she's trying to say, and she has put in the effort to tell it in the best way that she can. So I think that inspires me. So those are two artists from opposite sides of the world.
Yes, that's very good. Yeah. Very good. Okay, the final question for myself. I'm sure this will not bring any political or diplomatic answers in any shape or form. So tell us a fun fact about Tomi that no one knows. We're going to fact check this.
A fun fact about Tomi that no one knows.
Yes, exclusively live on Double9 Radio.
I have to say this. My Explore page, my Instagram Explore page is full of pet videos.
Okay.
So I enjoy watching pets, watching dogs and cats. And I pretty much just love to watch cute things. And, I really, really enjoy that space. I want to own a pet soon. I want to take care of an animal, take care of a pet soon. It might be a puppy, it might be a kitten. I'm not sure yet.
Amazing.
But yeah, Tomi really loves pets.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Her Instagram Explore page is full of pets. Thank you.
Explore pages is full of animals. I mean, it's good to be an animal lover as well. It shows your softer side as well. As
You're
well
welcome.
as your creative side as well.
I feel exposed.
Do you feel like, no, we're all friends and family here. We love you so much. We adore you because you're doing amazing and representing the motherland with your amazing voice and an amazing creative side as well. And now we know you have a soft spot for animals as all love. Tomi, I want to say a big thank you for coming on the show today. It's been such fun to have you on the show. I've had such a great time talking to you this evening and learning more about your journey, your music, and what's coming in the future. I can't wait again to see you live. You created beautiful with It's Beautiful. Tomi, it's been amazing. Before you go, do you have any words to say to your fans listening to you this evening?
I love my fans. I feel like we have such a special relationship. They were with me a lot of them have been with me from the beginning. A lot of them have come later on in the journey. But it's the same feeling. It's the same feeling of love for expression through music. And I love that and don't take that for granted. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's on this journey, who enjoys the music, who loves it. It's more than music, the music that I make. It's music for me. It's music for the world. It's music for the next generation. So I'm really, really thankful that I have this growing community of listeners, and I can't wait to show them everything we've been working on and everything that's to come.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Tomi, it's been amazing. It's been great. Had a great time with you this evening again. I'm sure I can't wait to listen to more of your great works as well. And hopefully see you live. I know I keep saying that, but yes, I want to see you live perform because I know it to be mind-blowing. Tomi, thank you again for coming on the show. It's been amazing.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much, Double9. I had a great time. I had a great time as well.
Thank you. Speak to you soon.